Hi, my name's Lakshmi, and I'm a college student at NC State University studying computer science. One thing a computer scientist does is write code, or instructions, to tell a computer what to do. Because believe it or not, computers are not very smart on their own, and they need a human like us to tell them what to do. So in these instructions that we call code are algorithms. And all an algorithm is just a very specific set of steps that a computer needs to follow to get the right answer to a problem. So let's pretend the computer has a problem. It wants to sort a list of numbers from lowest to highest. So humans have come up with an algorithm called merge sort that a computer can use to figure out how to sort numbers. So let's pretend that a computer wants to sort this list of 4 numbers. So you and I both know the right answer would be 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's because we're smart. But the computer has no idea how to do this unless it follows our merge sort algorithm. So the first step of our merge sort algorithm is to keep cutting our list in half until we get 4 separate chunks, with each chunk only having one digit in it. So let's do it. So let's cut our first list in half. So this half has 4 and 3. And this half has 1 and 2. But we don't have 4 separate chunks yet, so we need to follow step 1 again. So cut this list in half. We have 4 and 3, and cut our second chunk in half too. So now we have 4 chunks at the bottom with only 1 number in each chunk. So now we don't need this top part because we've got our 4 chunks. The second step of our merge sort algorithm is to put these 4 chunks back into one list, but in the right order. So the first thing the computer says is, it looks at the first 2 chunks and says, what's smaller, 4 or 3? 3. So we put these 2 chunks back together, but in the right order. It does the same thing with the second 2 chunks, 1 and 2. It says, what's smaller, 1 or 2? 1. So 1 comes first, then 2. So the computer is getting closer to figuring out the right answer. We went from 4 chunks to 2 chunks, and our 2 chunks are ordered. So now the final step is to get our 2 chunks into one big final chunk in an ordered way. So the computer looks at the first 2 numbers and says, what's smaller, 1 or 3? 1. So 1 goes first in our final list. So we've used step 1. Next, what's smaller, 2 or 3? 2. So it goes next in our final chunk. Now we've used step 1 and 2, and all we have left is 3 and 4. And the computer knows that this chunk, is already sorted. So it just takes this and puts it right at the end of our final list. And voila! The computer solved our problem by following the merge sort algorithm. But you might be thinking, that took the computer so long, why did we have to go through all those steps when we just know it's 1, 2, 3, 4? But imagine a list with 100 random unordered numbers. That would take you and me a pretty long time to figure out. But if you give that to a computer who knows the merge sort algorithm, it would be able to do it super fast, much faster than either you or me. So that's the merge sort algorithm, and I hope you learned something.